Hi everyone, I'm Bill Mustafa at Bill_Mustafa on Twitter, and welcome to the Fantasy in Frames Rookie Prospect Profile Series. We'll be taking a look at some of the prospects entering the 2023 NFL Draft that we believe could have a positive impact on your Dynasty team or teams. Today, we're going to be talking about Syracuse running back Sean Tucker. But before we start, please do not forget to subscribe to the Fantasy in Frames YouTube channel and visit us at fantasyinframes.com for all of your fantasy football needs each and every year. Okay, now let's get into what we're here for. Let's talk about Syracuse running back Sean Tucker. Let's go through some of his strengths first. Some of the things that I liked about Sean Tucker when I watched him on tape, his vision really popped for me. He's a guy that he shows patience as a ball carrier, and he's got some nice light feet as well. He's got an ability to be able to make a move, make a guy miss in a confined space. I like his ability to jump cut into lanes and to get where he needs to be able to advance the ball. These skills, when they're paired with his natural ability to see space and see an entrance to the second level, if you like, is something that I think is one of his biggest bonuses and something that I think translates really well to Sundays. Next up is his burst. This is a guy that, he was a high school track athlete, and it shows on tape with his burst and his acceleration. When the opportunity presents itself, he hits the hole and he goes. I'm not overly convinced on his long speed when you compare it to NFL level athletes, but he definitely has enough juice to take advantage of creases and get himself into the second level of the defense. Some of the weaknesses that I come across when I looked at Sean Tucker's tape, pass protection and physicality, they stand out. They're glaring issues for me when I watch him on tape. We've spoken about pass protection, and some of these rookie running backs, they don't necessarily have that, whether they've not shown it on tape because of the way the offense is formatted, or they're just not very refined in it. Sean Tucker's different. He shies away from it. He really doesn't show much confidence, and almost just doesn't want to do it. Worst case scenario is that it's an unwillingness to do it. Best case scenario, it's that he's unable to do it currently. But what really worries me, pass pro can be dealt with. It can be taught. You can find ways to build a player around his inability to protect the passer. But it's the physicality that worries me. He just really comes across as sheepish when tasked with being physical at the first and second level. When there's a wide open crease, when there's a lane that he can hit and he can go, fantastic running back. He looks great on tape. When he has to fight and find them hard yards, he doesn't look like the same back, and that's a little bit worrying. Another thing that really glares and really shows on tape is his inconsistencies. He's just snap to snap. He doesn't look like the same running back, and it's noticeable. He doesn't always seem to play with the effort that you would want from a high draft pick, or a guy that you want leading your backfield. Doesn't seem to bring the juice, as I like to say, on every play. Doesn't look like a guy like Isaiah Pacheco at the Chiefs. Every play looks like he's bringing it, bringing that heat, bringing that effort, bringing that juice. I don't see it with Sean Tucker on tape, and this stretches out to his ability in the receiving game. You watch him on tape, and if you watch his highlights, you go, this guy can be a 3-down back. He can catch passes and run routes. But when you watch it in totality, he doesn't possess that ability consistently. And for every wow catch you see or great play made in the receiving game, there's a dropped pass, there's a body catch, there's an uncomfortableness in his route running. So I'm not sure if he's going to be a regular 3-down back at the NFL level. That's something to keep an eye on. But like I said, it's the inconsistencies in his game that worry me when it comes to Sean Tucker. For his fantasy value, no, it's obviously draft dependent. We don't know where these guys are going in terms of landing spot. We don't know where they're going in terms of round. So all of that is dependent. Especially for running backs, I feel it's one of the most important aspects when we talk about their draft capital, where they're going to go in rookie drafts. I believe he's going to be sort of 3rd, 4th round in the NFL draft. And I think he'll be a 2nd round selection in rookie drafts. Initially, as a rookie, I wouldn't expect much more than just a change of pace back. But with the right situation and the right development, I think he could become a starter. Now, I don't necessarily see it happening year 1, year 2, but I think he has the underlying skill set to become a starter in the league. It just depends on where he goes, who he's sitting behind, and how well he improves his game in the next few years. I definitely think he's a worthwhile handcuff, though. If he goes to a team and you currently roster their starter, I definitely think Sean Tucker is a guy you look at and say, I want that handcuff. So in summary, he's another running back in the class that splits opinion. For me, like I said, I think he has that skill set that you can use him in the NFL. He's going to be an NFL player. He's going to play on Sundays. And it's a skill set that can keep him fantasy relevant. How fantasy relevant, we will find out. We will see. But I definitely think he's a guy that should be on your radar when it comes to your rookie drafts. On tape, he's good is very good. He's a guy that when you watch his highlight reel, you think this is the next guy. This is the guy that's going to come into the NFL and set it alight. But you wonder, or I wonder, how often is he going to be given the chance to display what he can do, and show that highlight reel that he's shown in college at the pro level, because his limitations with the more physical attributes needed at the running back position do worry me. And I'm pretty sure they're going to worry coaches. If he can't protect the quarterback and he doesn't like to pick up the hard yards, how often is he going to be on the field? So that there are question marks with Sean Tucker. But overall, a prospect that I think is definitely worth keeping your eye on, taking a look at, and making sure that you know that name when your rookie draft comes up. Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. And remember, fantasyinframes.com for all of your fantasy needs. And please subscribe, visit us, Fantasy in Frames YouTube channel.